Hey students, this is Vasudev Panda. Welcome to Master English. Welcome to another class of plus 2 second year compulsory English. Pile, I'm start करचे probable question and answer series. The series रे already past chapter 3 टा poem दिटा prose सरी जाइए. आज हमें शेष prose टा देखिवा. Passage form में तुम्हारे question आउचे, 5टा question आउचे, और 5 गुना 10 mark. I have taken all the probable passages, whatever passage you need, and you need to find out from the text. And okay, one thing, if you are new to my channel, put your thumbs on the subscribe button, like and share the videos, that all the students who are just going to appear the plus 2 security examination, they can get the benefit of that videos. They will be benefited. Okay, so let us start today's topic on examination by Winston Churchill. The story, as you know, 12 वर्ष बयसरे author जाइछन्ते सेठिके तांको से माने हारो स्कूल रे एडमिशन हेइछि सेठी तांको हिस्ट्री ये सब प्रभुति भल लागुछि दुनिया कथा से सेठो पूरा फोरफ्रंट ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स पर्यंत केमति जाइछन्ते पूरा डिटेल्स अछि तो वर्तमान ओके लेट अस स्टार्ट व्हाट इज इट ओके सो द फर्स्ट पैसेज हाउ ओल्ड वाज द राइटर when he entered the inhospitable regions of examination. लेखकों को केते वर्ष होतला जते बेला से परीक्षा देबा पे गले केते वर्ष होतला आई वाज ओनली 12 years old द फर्स्ट पारा अछि तो हम पाराटा कोठु को पर्यंत देछि at scarcely past my 12th birthday when I entered the inhospitable regions of examination सेठु after much reflection I put a bracket round it 10 ए पर्यंत नि आइछि एटा होछि पैसेज तो प्रथम क्वेश्चन टा कोन ऑथर को केते वर्ष होइतला तो तार उत्तर कोन हबो द ऑथर वाज जस्ट 12 year old when he entered the inhospitable regions of examination. Question number 2, which subjects were dearest to the examiners? परीक्षक जो माने परीक्षा करोथिले से माने को सब्जेक्ट फलो से माने को सब्जेक्ट फॉर रे थिले the subject dearest to the examiners were Latin and mathematics. Okay, which subject? Okay, then which were the favorite subject of the writer? Which were the favorite subject of the writer? लेखकଙ୍କର favorite subjects सब कौन थिला? The favorite subjects of the writer were history, poetry and writing essays. I repeat, the favorite subject of the writer were history, poetry and writing essays. Okay. What reason does the writer give for his not doing well in the examination? कौन कारण सब लेखक कहते से कौन पाई भल करि पारिले नाही परीक्षा रे व्हाट आर द रीजन फर्स्ट रीजन was the writer wanted to be examined in history, poetry and writing essays, but the examiners they wanted to take the examination in Latin and mathematics. This is the first reason. The second reason, the writer wanted to expose his knowledge, but the examiner they wanted to bring out his ignorance. That's why he was unable to write. He didn't get a single answer related to that question, and he was about to fail in the examination. Then what did the writer write in the answer book for the Latin paper? What did the writer write in the answer book for the Latin paper? Latin paper re kon likhile? After so much reflection, the writer wrote the number 1, ek number ta likhile. Then put brackets, on that number. That's all he had written. Yes or no? And then blood of smudges and drops arrived from nowhere to nowhere. So this is all. This is what passage number 1. Let us see passage number 2. Passage number 2. So what is the passage number 2 from where to where? Passage number 2 है पिले कोठू को पर्यंत नेबा देखुछि I had to आरंभ करिकि in the Latin paper. I had to आरंभ करिकि in the Latin paper पर्यंत नेबा. Extract number okay 2. So what were the subjects the writer would have liked to be examined on? What were the subjects the writer would have liked to be examined on the same passage? Say same passage ta jota pratham kolo am sei passage upare au kiji question अछि तो को subject से माने परीक्षा देवा पई चाहूतले the writer wanted to be examined in history, poetry and writing essays. Okay, number 2, what subject were dearest to the examiners and how were the question on those subjects? को सब्जेक्ट परीक्षक माने चाहूतले परीक्षा करिवा पई एवं आउ कोन हाउ वेयर दे क्वेश्चंस ऑन दोस सब्जेक्ट्स आउ से परीक्षा प्रश्न कि भले आइथिला the writers the examiners wanted to examine the students in Latin and mathematics, and the questions they were given had no relation with the writer's knowledge. He wanted to expose his knowledge, but the examiners shouted to expose his ignorance. Okay. Next question. How old was the writer when he entered the Harrow School? Kete barsh aitila jebale Harrow gole? Yes. The writer was 12 years old. He had scarcely passed the 12th birthday when he entered the inhospitable region of examination. Then, how did the writer react to examination with love or disfavor? Which expression in the passage implies this? भलो पाउथिले कि घृणा करूथिले परीक्षा को को लाइन टा एठी माने जस्टिफाई करूछे. The writer did not like the examination at all. He was in disfavor of examination, and he exactly had told the examinations were trial to me. This is the line, trial to me. Mo pai gote dando bhaliya tela, punishment bhaliya tela. Okay, this sort of treatment had only one result. What was the only result? Yes or no? So what is the question? This sort of treatment had only one result. What was the only result? The only result was the writer faced difficulty in writing the examination because he wanted to expose his knowledge, he wanted to express his knowledge, but the examiners wanted to what? Expose his ignorance. That's why he didn't do well in the examination, So this is your passage number 2. Let us go to passage number 3. Passage number 3. What is it? I was in fact only 2 from the bottom of the whole school. Why is last of all? Why is last of all? This is the passage. So question देखिबा प्रश्न कोन अछि प्रश्न हला what was the most irreverent question the writer frequently heard? What was the most irreverent question? सबुठारु तांको इंसल्ट कला भलिया प्रश्न असम्मानजनक प्रश्न कोटा से सुनुथले. The question was when you are just marching fast during the roll call period of his school after prayer class. The questions from the audience was coming, why is last of all? This is the most irreverent question the writer heard frequently. Mention the roll call custom of Harrow. Mention the roll call custom of Harrow. In Harrow, after the prayer, the students will walk in a line in front of the master, and they will tell their names and tell yes sir. in response to their roll call. Okay, so they file past the master. So mane samaste dhari re jibe in a cluster. They will go. They will file past the master, telling yes sir. तो समस्ते धाड़ी के जीवे और जने जने करी yes sir बोली कहथिबे. Next, what were the positions Lord Randolph Churchill had held in 1887? 1887 मसीह Winston Churchill बाबा सर Randolph Churchill को पोजीशन रे थिले. In 1887, Sir Randolph Churchill was had a towering personality in the politics of Britain. He had just resigned from the post of Council of Exchequer and leader of command. He had still towering personality as a politician. Okay, what was the custom of calling the roll at Eton? Eton re kohliya vyavastha thila pile. What are the role of calling Eton? In Eton, it was very simple. The students will take their hat when their name will be called. They will take their hat and yes sir, standing in the line. Say line re thia ki their topi uthai debe. Oh yes sir bol ke kahibe. Okay, throw light on the writer's position from the bottom of the whole school. School re tola patu kete number re thile. As the writer didn't do well in the examination, जेहेतु से परीक्षा रे follow करे नहीं. As the writer didn't do well in the examination, you were put in the sections what for C section. It was put in C section, and from the bottom you was just only in the third position. But as the two students, they were absent from the school due to illness or some other reason, he became the last student in the school. School re se last hai gale. Then comes passage number 4. Passage number 4. Sir number passage ko to parjanta. I first went to Harrow in the summer term of the school project, the biggest swimming bath. Tapore last hela overtook me, seized me in a ferocious grip and hauled me into the deepest part of the pool. ଏତିକି ଅଛି ପ୍ୟାସେଜଟା. ଦେଖିବା କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ୍ କ'ଣ କ'ଣ ଅଛି. When did the writer go to Harrow for the first time? When did the writer go to Harrow for the first time? ପ୍ରଥମ କରି କେବେ ଗଲେ? In the summer of which year? Yeah, in the summer season. He went to Harrow. The author went to Harrow in summer session for the first time. Harrow को प्रथम करी ग्रीष्म ऋतु से जाइथिले. Next, it was more like the bend of a river than a bath. What does it refers to? It was more than a bend of a river than a river. But it was more than a bend of a river than a bath. Swimming pool नहीं एटा गोटे नदी रो बेंड भलिया थिला. कोटा विषय कह जाय छि इट बोली कि it refers to the biggest bath the writer had seen ever in the school. So school भितर थिवा सबटु बड़ swimming pool विषय कह जाय छि. Why did the writer hold onto the boy's towel? से पिलाटीर towel को काहे की धरिले? The writer held the towel of the boy that he will not get, and one more reason was there. What are the reason? That for the sake of humanity, also he also held the towel. Next, I fled but in vain. What made the writer say so? I fled but in vain. ମୁଁ ପଳେଇବା ପାଇଁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କଲି କିନ୍ତୁ ମୋର ପରିଶ୍ରମ ବୃଥା ହେଲା. କାହିଁକି ସେ ଭଳି କହିଛନ୍ତି? What is the reason? Because his pretender, the opponent, came bolt from the blue and caught him and hauled him to the deepest part of the whole pool. So पिलाटी भितर बाहरी आसिला और तांको धरिकी नहीं गला. तो से ट्राई करते पढ़ेवा ପାଇଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ଯାଇ ପାରିଲେ ନାହିଁ. So what would be the answer? What would be the right of the answer? The boy captured the writer, though he had tried to flee That's why he had written that I tried hard, but it was in vain. Last question. What qualities of the writer highlighted in the extract? What qualities of the writer highlighted in the extract? এই extract रे को प्रकार quality तांकर show कराଯାଇଛି. The extract reveals the writer's of fun love of fun and humanity. Love of fun and humanity in this extract. Okay, let us go to passage number 5, the last passage for today. Last passage. So, in consequence of his decision, I was in due course placed in the third or lowest division of the school, and the school staffs in order to see me march by, and I frequently heard the irreverent comment, "Why is last of all?" So, okay, let us see what are the questions that can come in this passage. Question number 1: what are the custom of calling the roll at Harrow? Same question. The boys, while doing prayer, they stand in a cluster, they file past the master after their name being called, and they'll tell, "Yes, sir." This is the custom of calling roll at Harrow. Number 2, why did the people say, "Why is last of all"? କାହିଁକି ଲୋକମାନେ କହୁଥିଲେ ଇଏ କାହିଁକି ସବୁବେଳେ ସବୁ? At that time, Sir Randolph Churchill had a towering personality in the politics of Britain. He had just resigned in the year 1887 from the post of Council of Exchequer and leader of the House of the Commons. That's why the people came to see his son, and when they were watching Winston Churchill file fast, at the last, at that time they all were telling, in curiousness, they were asking, "Why is last of all?" You can be tar bapa ete bada loko, you can be tole rohus muligi pocharthile. How did the writer become the last boy in the school? How did the writer become the last boy in the school? Kemti se the writer didn't do well in the exam. The name in the register of Harrow was written according to alphabetical order. And the writer's name, start with S. So he had no advantage over that alphabet. And he placed, third from the bottom as per his name, as per the alphabet. And those two who were left under him were absent from the school due to illness or some other reason. That's why he became the third in the lowest section of the school, became the last in the lowest section of the school. Okay, what are the custom of calling the roll at Eton? What are the custom of calling the roll at Eton? At Eton, the boys stand in a cluster and they will raise their hat when the name will be called. ସେମାନେ ଧାଡ଼ିରେ ଠିଆ ହେବେ, ତାଙ୍କର ଟୋପିକି ଉଠଉଥିବେ କ'ଣ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ତାଙ୍କର ନାଁ ନିଆ ହେବ. Last question of the day: what the writer mean by "I gained no more advantage from the alphabet than from the wide sphere of letter"? ସେ alphabet ରୁ ମୁଁ କିଛି advantage ପାଇଲି ନାହିଁ. As you know, the 19 number alphabet is S and the author's name start with S. You just put third from the bottom in the school register. That's why the writer had told here that he did not gain any advantage from that wide sphere of alphabet. So this is all the probable question and answer of on examination that may come in your board, that will come in your board examination. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.